tax fairness, according to this, that asks everyone to pay their fair share. What is your position on the Buffett Rule? John. It's John's first.
Thank you. I think the only way for us to balance our budget will be to increase revenues and cut our spendings. So in order to increase revenues, we need higher taxes. And I understand the richest people, they pay a large share of our tax revenues, but on the other hand, poorer people or middle-class people, after we pay taxes, there is nothing left. Most of us live paycheck to paycheck, so there's not much money more to generate from us to pay more taxes. So of course, the only source for future revenue will be rich people. And I'm for the Buffett Rule. I'm for changing people working for Wall Street from paying capital gains taxes only to just normal taxes. They work for a living, but they pay investment taxes, so it is wrong. And Congress tried several times to change it, but the Wall Street lobby is so strong that the law never passed.
Before we pass this on, I am going to say we have a lot of questions. We are not going to be taking any more questions. Thank you. Go ahead.
Well, Buffett and Gates may be able to do without some of their money, but every time you take some money away from a rich man, you're taking money away from, you're taking the capital away from capitalism that provides jobs. Every time you tax the rich, that's one more, two more, three more jobs that are going to disappear. Poor people don't provide jobs. Rich people do. You take the money away from the rich. You see, this is really, it's not an attack on the rich. It's an attack on the American capitalist system. The people who want to tax the rich are the people that want all the capital to go to the government. They want to destroy our free economy, and they want to run everything as their business. So definitely I'm against the tax the rich. As far as the current tax laws, I think are fairly fair and could be passed. Bush laws could be provided. With one exception, they did not pass the inheritance tax. The inheritance tax was cut by Bush in the last year to zero, and it came back again. We need to get rid of that. It's the biggest job killer we've got. It has to go.
Well, I strongly support the Buffett Rule, and I think that the question on taxes is, what is fair? I mean, once upon a time in this country, the top tax rate was 90%. Capital gains rate was 66%. Now, that's pretty high. But during the Clinton years, we had a top tax rate of 39%, capital gains rate of 28%, and we had a very, very strong economy. I think the separation in wealth, the concentration of wealth in this country, which has not been this concentrated since the 1920s, is a major problem because it slows down our economy. This is a demand-based approach. I really disagree with Jim that rich people create all the jobs and that's where the opportunity comes from. They're sitting on a ton of money right now that they're not investing. I'm giving them more to sit on and not invest. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. What makes sense to me is putting people to work so they got money in their pockets so they can buy things and grow the economy. That's a demand-based economy. This is the Henry Ford principle. It doesn't make sense to have people making his cars that couldn't afford to buy them. He wasn't a philanthropist. He wanted people to buy his cars. And if we concentrate the wealth, we hurt the economy. It's not only unfair, it hurts the economy.
Dave?
The money that Warren Buffett and his other billionaire friends think they have doesn't exist. And what he's trying to do is hold on to that and think that we're going to get like some fair thing where everybody takes their... It doesn't exist. The money is a fraud. That's what this LIBOR, the London Interbank Offer Rate scandal shows. The whole system is chock full of bogus financial paper that could never be paid back. And they're trying to get their money through austerity measures by shackling governments, state level, municipal level, city level, with austerity measures to squeeze it out of us. The only solution at this point is Glass-Steagall. And then the immediate, that will wipe out this bogus financial paper. We have 75 congressmen signed onto it. Anyone in the Congress that is not signed onto it is not serious, and it should sign onto it. Otherwise, they can go work for Buffett.